Hello Zainey friends, I am Laney.
And I am Marshall.
And we have a kind of a unique subscription box to share with you today. I was approached by someone in the subscription box community that I'm in because, you know, I have a wax subscription box. And they have this almost like a spice box that helps you with recipes. And so they sent me one to share with you all. If we can create a lot of these recipes or at least use the spices for it, we will be showing you on Instagram. Make sure that you are following us down below at Zainey Laney. We also put it down there. Stories or regular Instagram, just depends on what I'm feeling about at that time. So we can show you what we actually make with this. But this is what it looks like. This is the February 2018 Culinary Spice Box. It says New Year's Fortune Envelope Vietnam. And then on the back, it has the pictures of different foods. We've got the Vietnamese baguette, the Valentine's dinner for two, the Caribbean street food, and enchiladas with chocolate. And then they also have these recipe cards. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll go through the recipe cards and show you the spices that they've given us. The inside has this like little vellum sheet with a rose on it.
You know, because it's the Valentine's Day thing.
Exactly. So a little bit about what they're saying. It says the red gift envelopes are filled with money, but basically that is for the New Year's.
The picture, yeah.
They bring luck in the new year and drive evil spirits away. New Year, called Tet, T-E-T.
I'm terrible with Vietnamese.
Yeah. It's the most important Vietnamese holiday. All families come together and celebrate for 3 weeks and start your February Spice Breeze menu with popular Vietnamese sandwich. Now, not all of this is Vietnamese food. No. That's just the kind of a theme that they're doing.
It's one meal.
One. The printed cards include directions for basic, authentic recipes. Adapt them to your preferences with our extended selection of recipe variations at spicebreeze.com, which is cool because, you know, we have different dietary needs that we have. We don't eat a lot of meat here, but I feel like a lot of these things can be a variation for a vegetarian meal or like a leaner meat meal if you need it. They also have something called a pepper reward where you can get up to 30% discounts for gifts and spices. You just have to create an account on Spice Breeze and then follow them on social media. And then they say make sure that you use their spices as soon as possible, just so they're fresh. And I will put all their social media information down below as well. So let's start with the banh mi thit, I think is it called. It's a Vietnamese baguette filled with marinated meat and Asian pickles. Basically what it does is inside of here you have all of your spices good for one meal. And on here there is this one right here which actually says banh mi. Banh mi, I can't remember how you say it. And I watch cooking shows. But banh mi is what the spice that you would use.
And then it has the whole recipe card with everything that you're going to need in there. You probably have to find a way to sub out the pork for us. So I wonder what the spice actually is. So if you were going to make the banh mi, you would need pork, daikon, carrots, cucumbers, and a baguette. Plus, there's a bunch of things you can use for the sauce. And the optional items, you can substitute the pork with chicken, turkey, or tofu. I like that they have the substitutions on here in case you don't like pork. We don't eat pork in our house. And so then you add, it looks like you're going to be adding the spice to the meat marinade in this case. So that's like an interesting thing. We might try to do something like this. I don't really like cucumber or daikon or carrots, but so pretty much you like the baguette.
Yeah, but it also says that you can substitute radish, turnips, and coleslaw, all of which I will eat. So I think this might be something, maybe this week we are going to do this. So
Okay.
Cool.
Then we've got Dobles.
Dobles is a Caribbean street food from the Carnival Islands of Trinidad and Tobago. There is
actually 2 sets of spice.
And one of them says, careful, use to taste only, which means don't put the whole thing in there. Don't do that.
Because you have a mix of pineapples and other, like, some spices, and you throw the number 2 pack, the tiny one in as you want it, and the other one you just dump the whole thing.
So what does it look like it is?
It looks kind of like a fruit-based street taco.
Yeah, it kind of does. So it has garbanzo beans, pineapples, cilantro, cucumber again, and a flatbread. We could totally make this, actually.
We can make that tonight.
Yeah. And it says you can prepare a chutney from the cucumber. There's a recipe on Spice Breeze. So the spices, it looks like the second spice you basically put with the fruit. And then the other spice you put with the beans.
That's kind of cool.
I like this one a lot, more than I thought I was going to.
All right, so we're filming this after Valentine's Day,
yes.
But that's just because things happened. But we do have the Valentine's Day dinner one.
So it's supposed to be filet mignon, au poivre, and a rose dessert. I don't eat meat. What does it say the substitutions for meat are?
Substitute the filet with pork tenderloin or eggplant slices and adjust cooking time. Substitute the agave syrup with raspberry or maple syrup and or add fresh raspberry.
The Valentine's dinner, it looks like there's some kind of, like maybe a peppercorn crushed, or not crushed, but you're supposed to crush. And then there's this other bag of this beige kind of spice in there.
And that beige spice is what you're going to be adding to some yogurt and syrup to make that dessert. Whereas the peppercorns are being added to, there's cognac supposed to be in this thing?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have any cognac in the house, so we're not making
But
that.
still, that's a good one as well, I think. And lastly, we have...
I just realized, these...
That's why they do that, yeah.
They've got a little crease in there to make them into recipe cards.
Right, like this.
That's actually kind of helpful. Okay, and so then we've got enmoladas.
Enmoladas is a Mexican enchilada made with fruity chili peppers and chocolate.
All right, now it does call for chicken breasts, but you can substitute it with black beans.
Yes, which we do. There's 2. There's a big one, and then this one, and of course number 2 is to taste only also.
Okay, so it calls for chicken breast, bell pepper, almond butter, dark chocolate, avocado, and Mexican tortillas. Optional is tomatoes, lettuce, crumbled cheese, and sour cream. You know, all the stuff that you would put on a taco. But you have 2 separate sets of spices. One goes with the meaty side of things, and the other one, actually no, it all just goes in there together. That's cool. Yeah, you just toss that in with some meat. You cook that meat. You cook that meat good, and then you put it all together. It's a pretty easy recipe, actually. It says that it's about 30 minutes of hands-on action. What
they market this box as is like a culinary journey. The thing is you can select your plan, choose to cook 2 or 4 meals a month. So this is obviously the 4 box. You can choose your preferences as to protein and heat level. Then you get your spice kit. The delivery is free, and then you cook the stuff. Let me see how much it is. 1 month is $11.85 for the spices and the recipe cards, which I think is actually pretty economical because these are spices you might not be able to find in your supermarket, and even if you did, buying spices is very expensive. So I think that this is actually a really good deal. Plus you get
the recipes.
The recipes,
when you compare that against some of these other boxes that have like meals for 2, for like, I think it's like 4 meals, they end up being $30. So here you're getting 1/3 of that cost. Yeah. And also the thing that it says, even though on the website it says choose 2 to 4, the $11 one is the 4 meals. So that is 4 meals a month. And they're on Crate Joy also, but again, I'll put all their information down below. I'm really excited to start trying this, and of course we're going to be I think we're going to be trying them this week and putting them on our Instagram. We've got 2 of them that we can do pretty quickly, actually, and I'm excited to try that. That'll help us plan this week, which I'm excited about for sure, because we always have the hardest time trying to think of new things to eat. Yeah. Yeah. It's like, Marshall, find out what we're going to be making for this week. Half an hour later, hey guys, what do you want to have this week?
We're always so tired to answer that question.
Yeah.
So anyway, thank you so much for sticking around and learning about this new box. I hope you like these kind of things. If you do, please comment below and let us know if you want us to continue to try things like this for you. Especially ones that aren't necessarily beauty related, because I feel like, you know, especially because on our channel we are, you know, we try to be travel and planning. So this actually goes into all of that. It's a culinary culinary journey that helps you plan your week for your meals.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time,
Stay zany.